What's up, guys? Cody, Southeast Softwash. Saturday, June 14th. Wanted to get you some footage here of the Tote Goat on the back of the old work truck. Ran over to the shop this morning, fired up the 060, and put the Tote Goat here on the truck and brought her home. So I'm gonna do a little bit of touch-up cleaning, actually down there at the boat dock. So we got a little bit of nastiness down there. Hello, Prince. Very annoying German Shepherd who's gonna run around and whine for the duration of said video. But yeah, wanted to show you guys something here that I kind of goofed up this morning. So let me show you what I did. We've had a ton of questions since we debuted the Tote Goat, I guess about 2 weeks ago, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago or whatever, about this material, the polypro construction. Is it durable? Is it going to last? Is it strong? How's this going to work? Well, take a look right here. All right, here's the end of the bed. Here's the cab. I don't know if y'all can see that, but you see the hem be bowed. So what had happened was this morning, I was at my other building we have an older forklift over there, and I pulled the truck in and jumped on the old forklift, put the extensions on. We got fork extensions. You can see the fork extensions are painted yellow. There's some of the paint that flaked off of the extensions right there. I set it up and my depth perception was off. I thought from where I was sitting on the lift that this needed to slide up a couple more inches. Because if you'll notice, it is a perfect fit on a full-size truck, right? There's just a couple of inches to spare back here, just perfect. So it looked like my depth perception was telling me to slide that thing on in. So I set it up there, backed out, and I took my forks with the extensions, and I just put them right here on this lip and just pushed forward. Well, I was pushing, I was going forward, pushing the gas, and the forklift tire started squalling. I'm like, all right, something ain't right. Like, did I leave something on the back of the bed? When I jumped off the forklift and came around and looked, no, I was all the way up. I was touching the whole time, and I actually bowed the freaking bed, which is fine. It's a 2012. We don't care. It's an old work truck. I don't want to bow the bed, but it'd be all right. But having said that, that's pretty impressive. So no damage to the goat, but a little bit of damage to the old truck there, breaking or bending the front of that bed out. It just bent till it touched the back of the cab. And but yeah, Tote Goat didn't care. So look, if you get one, don't beat the hell out of it like I just did. Don't be rough on it, but it didn't do anything to the Tote Goat. So that's pretty impressive, guys. It's a very strong material. The polypro construction material and methodology, the way that we're putting these together is very rugged, very, very robust. So like I said, Tote Goat, links down below. Guys, if you want to grab one, they're going to come standard with a 5.5 gallon a minute pressure washer. It is a upgradable option to upgrade to the 8. Softwash reel, pressure wash reel, everything you need, nothing you don't. Around on this side, we've got our aluminum fuel cell here, big fuel tank. They're going to come standard. This model is going to come standard Tote Goat with a Sweet 16 Softwash pump. That is a speed control option. Switch, battery bank in there, blend manifold. Integrated tanks on the back. You can't see it, maybe if I hold the phone up, but back there is your bleach and surfactant tanks integrated into the system. So you got your tote in the middle that provides your water for both the soft wash side and the pressure wash side, and then you've got your integrated tanks in the back for the soft wash stuff. Holds about 56 gallons of bleach, so that's plenty. That's a whole barrel. You can transfer pump an entire barrel of bleach in there. And I think it's 12 or 13 gallons it came up to on the soap, which is plenty for, a few jobs, a couple of jobs on surfactant, and you don't have to top it off on every single job. Killer option. We had a lot of guys ask about why doesn't it have a feed reel? Where's my feed reel? Guys, you don't need a feed reel, okay? I know it doesn't have a feed reel. I have built 1 quadrillion Softwash systems. The old Super Mini didn't have a feed reel, worked just fine. We do have some models in the works that are fully kitted out. The Poly Max is in the design stages right now, the later design phases. I think we've actually sold a couple of those. Guys are in the queue. We got to get those built out for them. And those will have a feed reel. That's a full-fledged system that's taken the place of our old Gen 2, which was the flagship. So the Poly Max will be sort of the new flagship in our lineup. The Poly Pro is taking the place of the old Super Mini And it's got the same functionality and same firepower as the old Super Mini. And that one doesn't have a feed reel. Tote Goat doesn't have a feed reel, but the Tote Goat is sort of a new offering that bridges the gap between the Super Mini, which is now the Poly Pro, and the old Gen 2, which is now the Poly Max. And the Tote Goat slides right in between those two models. So it's not a handicap system. None of our systems are underpowered at all. They will all make you tons of money. But depending on how much you want to spend, what your budget looks like, you know, we actually have a couple more models in the lineup that are coming as well. We call it the Trailer Pod, one of those. And that'll be a fully built out, every bell and whistle option available on the Trailer Pod, because there's a bunch of real estate, but it costs more, okay? So do you need a feed reel? No, but here's what happens. New guys, they think they want the moon, you know, they want everything. They want Smart Blend Pro, Smart Stream, remote control everything, electric hose reels, feed system, three high pressure, you know, 2 pressure washers, but they want to pay about $4,000 for all that. So it just, we have different models for your different budget price points. But yes, this one, the Tote Goat, does not have a feed reel, but all you got to do, guys, is just get you a 50-foot or 2 50-footers if you want to be bougie, of just garden hose and throw it up in there. When you get to the job site, pull it off, hook it up to the spigot, and roll on with life. There is a Hudson valve connection up there. So there you go, right? Doesn't have a ladder rack on this model either, but you don't need a ladder rack, okay? Again, you got to make some compromises when you're compromising on price, so you're gonna make a few compromises here or there, but these are not major compromises. You're not losing any, you know, firepower on the system at all. It's not like you're gonna buy them like, well, I just didn't make no money because I didn't have a feed reel. It ain't like that. But let's check out the super pump. I think I left the switch on over there. There she goes. Look at her. That dog is slap addicted. He's retarded. Let's see. Yeah, we can shoot all the way over there to the grass. Sweet 16 doing its thing. Pretty awesome. Pressure washer. I ain't gonna fire that up, but I am gonna wash a little bit on my house later this afternoon and get her cleaned up. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of impressive. I wanted to share that with you guys. We bent the work truck, but we didn't hurt the Tote Goat. We'll see you next video.